Can you hear me, bro? Hello? Are you talking?
What is up, dude?
Dude, nothing much. Just pouring up one of our sponsors real quick while we get this pod started.
This late in the day, a liquid IV?
Oh, dude, liquid IV, you can have morning, noon, and night. It does not matter. Okay?
No way.
Yes way, dude.
I'm going to have to try that. I am going to have to try that. 100%.
What's up, bro?
Dude, nothing much, just here, Happy Thursday, my dude.
Happy Thursday, brother.
Dude, that jacket is sick. Oh, my God. All right, for
Bro.
our audio listeners, Holden has on a brand new Washington football team, the Commanders jacket. And
Bro.
It's fresh. Where did you get that? Tell me the story real quick.
I mean, I don't know what to tell you other than these end up in the hands of people who are true fans. I don't know what else to tell you. Like,
Yeah.
if you're a
just
true
on a list.
diehard, you will get one of these somehow, some way. It'll happen.
All right. If you say so.
If you're not a diehard, if you don't bleed the colors, you won't get one. I'm just letting you know.
So
You
you're
gotta
never
be a
going to take
diehard.
that off ever again?
So here's my thought process on it. To be honest, I'm gonna probably snap a couple flicks in it,
Mhm.
get the feels, and then it's probably going right back in the box. And I will not lie, it's probably one of the most comfortable jackets I've ever worn, and I'm not even saying that. Like, it is so comfortable.
Yeah, looks
It's just, I don't want to ruin it. It's such, like, I feel like this is a big thing, and honestly,
Mhm.
I don't know who gets these. I know a lot of players got them. They have 500 of them. And I don't know if there's a select group of fans that get them or what.
Dude,
but I want to say they're.
up.
I'm dead serious. I want to say they're exclusive, so I don't want to ruin it.
Dude, I thought that's what they were too, because I was like, that looks real similar to the ones I saw, like the players wearing when I was at the event, when I was at the name party.
This is one of these. This is one of
That's
these.
nuts, dude. I've never
Dude,
seen
look.
those. I was like, those are so fresh. How do you get those?
It even came with like this I don't know if you can see it. It's like this thing that says "Hail to the Commanders" on it. It's like got this
No
like
way.
this casing and everything, and I'm just
Dude,
like,
send me some pictures of that, like the jacket. All
Yes,
the
I
stuff.
will.
We'll post it on the gram. We'll post it on social medias.
I'm definitely we'll do that for sure.
Dude, that's freaking sick, dude. I'm hyped.
Thanks, bro.
Yeah, dude. I guess like before we really get into it,
Woo!
welcome to the Super Bowl.
Super Bowl.
Dun, 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 dun. That's not.
Shoot, this
not
is the
even.
Super Bowl edition. Shoot, this
Dude,
is the Super Bowl
Here
edition.
we are. We've made it through the preseason, the regular season, the postseason. Here we are in the Super Bowl. I'm
Already got
for
the
it.
Super Bowl. Already got the Super Bowl squares, baby. Already
Dude,
got the Super Bowl squares.
I don't think I've ever filled those out before, to be honest with you. It's like really
Pretty dumb,
really
but
weird.
they're pretty stupid, especially when you can like gamble on stuff now. It's like, but it's fun. Everybody does them at the work, work pools and stuff like that. So
Oh, dude, that's fun. That's like I'll never hate on like the old work pool. There's nothing like flexing on your coworkers or
your fellow.
whatever. Yeah,
Yes.
dude, for sure. But let's get into it. Holden, you got any weekend plans? What are your Super Bowl plans? Walk me through it.
Super Bowl plans. So my father-in-law is actually having a mild heart procedure done this weekend. So I will be with him. Yeah, I mean it's apparently a pretty standard procedure. It's
Was
like
it a pacemaker?
Nah, it's something where there's a little bit of blockage and they're trying to
I know what you mean. Like put that little wire in there and like clean
something
it up.
like that. So I'm gonna be with
Yeah.
him probably on I guess Saturday.
Okay.
Just kind of chilling at the in-laws, making sure everything's good. And then we're probably just going to hang out there Sunday too. And not crazy plans, just hang out with some family, good food, good drink, and
nice.
just get ready to watch
Dude.
one of the biggest, it's the most bittersweet day of the year for diehards. You get a huge, the biggest game of the year, and it's the end of the season. So it's a bittersweet day.
It is bittersweet. It's like almost nice if your team isn't in it because like you're already past that point of like mourning. I mean, if you're like me, I'm like, what if? But but if not, you just get to enjoy for the moment. Like free football, biggest game of the year. Who's gonna hoist the trophy, all that. But if your team is in it and you lose, it's just like Dang, like we just lost and like the entire NFL season is over. That was
I
the
know.
last bit of football I'm gonna get for another like 7 months, meaningful football. With
Yeah.
all these other leagues popping up and whatnot. You know what? When you start really getting that hankering, for some football, you start tuning into some CFL.
I've done it. I've done it
I've been there,
before.
brother. I bet on it, everything. You just got to scratch that itch. You just want to see a little bit of leather fly through the air. You know what I'm saying?
When sports shut down, I guess it was in like April.
Yeah, dude.
I was watching Madden simulations.
Bro, me and like
On
some of our
YouTube.
listeners and friends, dude, we started a Madden league. Like we straight up had like a draft and like
Yes, dude.
and then,
Like that's what it got to.
Dude, it was sick. It was fun. I almost kind of miss it, not gonna lie. But like as soon as like the lockdown ended, people were like, "Oh, I can go back to gambling and watching real sports. I'm not gonna spend an hour, twice a week, playing a game against someone head to head.
Right.
Don't care." But
Yeah.
dude, well, thoughts and prayers to Mr. Lee. Hope it goes well.
Thank you.
It's just minor, but still scary. Anytime you go under the knife, that's just scary. So
Straight up.
hope he rests up with some good food and stuff. What's your go-to Super Bowl dish? I'm struggling with figuring out what to make.
I love my wife's buffalo chicken dip that
it's
she
famous.
makes.
It's famous.
It is famous. Sure. She's made it for a lot of the boys.
Mm-hmm,
We've had plenty of not Super Bowl parties, but plenty of just watch parties for games, and she's always making that. And I just got to have just copious amounts of beer. Just like I just got to have beer.
Dude,
like it has to be beer.
When don't you need beer?
Well, you're right, but sometimes you want a bourbon or you want a vodka Red Bull.
Just a lot of beer.
I just want beer, dude. I just want like a Coors Banquet in my hand all night long.
All night long. I'm not. Yeah, dude. I'm with you on that. So my plans, I think I'm going over to our good 49er friend's house apartment, Burke MF May.
Okay.
But he's having a bunch of people over. I think he said his new roommate is making wings. So we're gonna see how that's gonna go. I think Ryan's girlfriend, Kate, is coming down and she's making her like Rotel dip. Oh, it's so good. So I'm struggling what to make because 2 years ago I made Philly cheesesteak wontons. And I'm thinking this year I was like Philly cheesesteak egg rolls. But then I'm kind of like pigs in a blanket and also like surprise curveball crab rangoons.
So pigs in a blanket definitely go to.
Oh, yeah.
Not everybody loves crab though. But then again, I guess not everybody eats meat. No, everybody eats meat who watches the Super Bowl.
That's right, brother. I don't know, some of them LA types, you never know.
What about like a really good like barbecue or buffalo chicken like flatbread or something, and you cut it up in a square? You could do something like flatbread because like pizza you can't go wrong with either. I love me some pizza, but like if you do like a flatbread, if you're doing like more of like an apps kind of thing, you could do that.
Dude, that's not a bad idea at all. I'm just trying to think what's going to travel well because I'm assuming I'm going to have to make it that day true. And then take a metro out there, like a 30-minute train ride, get out to his spot,
Good point.
I just got to figure out what everyone else is making, So, but I also got invited to our friend Jack's house. But Burke is more closer to the metro. I'm a metro man these days. So that's a big factor on where I'm going, what I'm saying? But we don't have a lot of show today, because we only got a little bit of recap and a little bit of a preview to go. So I'm just going to go ahead and crack into our sponsor right now. It's been a few weeks, but we're back with some renegotiations. After renegotiating our deal for this Super Bowl special, we are back with Red Bull. Little get a can pop here. I'm a little rusty, but that was pretty good.
That was a great one. That was a good one. Jeez, dude, what a swig, bro. What are you trying to stay up all night or something? Jesus.
All night long. You know it, man. I got to. I'm thinking about hitting the gym after this. We'll see what's going to happen. But shout out to Red Bull. Red Bull gives you wins, all the bets, all the plays, everything keeps you alert, ready, and vibrant. Pick up some Red Bull today. Partially biased, sponsored by Red Bull. But yeah, dude, so that's what I got. But yeah, should we do the intro?
Let's get it, baby.
My name's Sean. I'm partial to this Buffalo, Josh Allen's best quarterback in the league, Bills.
My name is Holden, and I am partial to the Washington Commanders for the first time in NFL history.
The first time. The Washington Manders, the Washington Commies, brother.
The Mandos, baby. I've actually been trying to get people to say Mandos because you're trying to find like, okay, how do you abbreviate Commanders? It's so long already. You know, people are like commies, haha, very funny. It's like, okay, what a commando, haha, very funny. It's like, okay, Mandos. I just think Mandos is just like short, sweet. If you want to give it an abbreviation, just Mandos, dude. We're playing the Mandos.
Is that too close to Mandos though? You know, the chicken place, the peri peri chicken.
I don't know. At the end of the day, like there's so many spellings and abbreviations for so many different things. It's just like, you know what? Commanders it is. Mandos, however you want to say it. You can just say Washington. You can just say whatever you want. Like it or hate it. Hey. This is our name. This is what we're rolling with. They sent me a jacket. I can't be disappointed, okay?
Yeah, I can't believe they sent you a jacket. There's no way they actually, like, I want to know the real story of how you got that. It's not like they just hit you up. Well, I guess you know everyone. You know pretty much everyone at that organization.
I know a lot of people in that organization, okay? And I'm telling you, like, they want to get these in the hands of people who are going to support no matter what. And I think they're like, okay, we know this dude is like a diehard, and if there's one person in this world who's going to appreciate it and rep it and just
we know he's a co-host
and breathe it,
to partially biased,
it's got to be him. So like they had to hook it up. I mean, and I know you got some gear waiting for me too. I know you snagged me a bunch of gear at that.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, we're gonna have to go through that on recap. You know?
Yeah, like I know you got me some more gear. So I'm very pleased with this jacket. I'm not gonna lie.
Dude, no, it looks sick. I remember seeing it in person, like all the other former players like wearing it, and I was just like, wow, this is like really. I was impressed. I was like, this is really cool. So, but
hell yeah,
we'll get into that. But let's get into our recap from the AFC and NFC Championship. Only 2 games. Bengals Chiefs. What stuck out to you there?
I guess, I mean, that's probably what stuck out to you and me both. It's just Bengals didn't flinch after going down 18. You're thinking it's over. I mean, somehow, some way, Joey B's got ice in his veins. That the whole game like once they tied it up and brought it, I just said to myself, like, are they really about to win this game? And then it was just kind of like the defense just kind of stepped up. And then I saw a statistic where they said like Patrick Mahomes really struggles in the fourth quarter. And I don't think I read into that too much because typically he's up in the fourth quarter. So maybe if he falls off for a little bit, he's already got so much of a lead. But the fact that they were able to kind of come back quicker than most people anticipated, I was impressed, and I wasn't expecting it at all, to be honest. The fact that the Bengals are in the Super Bowl right now just should show you as an NFL fan how crazy this league is and how you can be so bad for so long and then flip a switch and be in a Super Bowl.
Yeah, dude, I completely agree with you. I'm right there. I picked the Chiefs outright. I even said that they were going to cover the spread because I was like, been here before, all this, and definitely like the way the Bengals are built at half, like they were down by a lot, but this is like a team with so many weapons. They pass the ball well. They just figured it out. Got a few stops on defense. Got a crazy interception to end the game, which some are saying that's karma from the Chiefs fans, because they were cheering all that whole 13 seconds thing to Buffalo, and they lost in overtime in 13 seconds. So it's kind of crazy how that all works out. I hate to see it. You really do. Yeah, just great team ball. I think they really showed how you have to disrupt Patrick Mahomes. Like, I don't know, just like with their pass rush, especially that crucial sack that they had towards the end of the game. Unlike they only rushed 3 and they had a guy who was spy and he just like went after Patrick Mahomes. Like, yeah, let him run around and just do some crazy stuff. We're just not gonna like give him easy stuff with Tyreek Hill and Travis Kelce. So that was crazy to see. I can't believe the Bengals. I mean, I can because like, all right, Joey B only played 5 games last season.
I think I looked at it. I think he played in 10. I want to say he played in 10. I know that sounds like more than we thought, but when I looked it up, I think he played in 10 games. And so
because he tore his ACL against y'all. Chase Young tore his ACL. Ohio State violence.
Correct. And it was like week 10. It was like week 10 or 11. So I mean, he definitely. It was late in the season.
But they still had like a very like, and obviously getting Jamar Chase and like other pieces, second year in a head coach or GM or whatever, you're building, but to go from like one of the worst teams in the league, but they were like a top 5 pick or something like that.
I mean, they were the number 1 overall in 2019, and then last year I think they picked Jamar Chase up at 5. So yeah,
Yep.
I mean,
and now Super Bowl,
and now now you're either picking 31 or 32. Like that's insane. Like I want to pick 32. Like teams are like, oh yeah, what pick are you? What pick? I want to pick 32. Like give me 32 all day. I'll take that.
Dude, exactly.
Or trade away all my first rounders for Russell Wilson. Maybe I don't want to pick it all. I just want Russell Wilson.
Dude, I'm there with you. And like, we'll get to it on like the next preview, but you look on the flip side of like our Super Bowl teams, it's like Rams really sold out all their first round picks to get another shot. Like, I don't know, like trading for Jalen Ramsey, trading for Odell Beckham Jr., trading for Von Miller. It's like they don't have first round picks for a while.
Sonny Michel too.
Yep. So was he for a first round too?
I don't
still
think
higher draft pick.
Still trade. Yeah. Yep. Still traded for him, and just basically they're saying take all our draft capital. We're going all in this year.
Yeah.
And it's worked. I mean, they're in the bowl. They're where they were supposed to be going into this offseason. So
time. But I don't know. So that was crazy. Good for the Bengals. Good for Cincinnati fans. Good for Joey B. I think it's just kind of crazy how we see all these young quarterbacks taking over. Obviously, Tom Brady finally calling it quits. Big Ben is done. And now we have this new regime that I think we're going to see for at least the next 10 years, the next decade. These are the guys, And it's like, what supporting cast is going to be put around them to get them to the big game? Yeah. But anything else to say on our AFC game here, Holden?
Not really. Just props to the Bengals.
I hope all our viewers and listeners at home followed my can't lose parlay on that one, because that one hit. That was a big one. That was a good one. Yeah, dude. But all right. But moving on. 49ers Rams. That was a close one right to the very end. That was a heartbreaker if you're a Niners fan. You really fell from there. I thought Niners were gonna, just the way that Sean McVay handled the last quarter of that game, no timeouts. I was like, nope, you're not gonna have enough time. San Fran just needs to do the bare minimum. And some people are saying classic Shanahan doesn't know how to run the clock out. Why did they stop running the ball? You put the ball in Jimmy G's hands, some are saying, and didn't turn out good. What do you think, Holden?
Yeah, I mean, I think this is an ongoing thing about Kyle Shanahan is there's a lot of leads that he has, and then you see him with a lead, 10-point lead, whatever, and then somehow give it up. Yep. And I mean, obviously the biggest one is the 28-3, and it'll always go back to that. And there are actually times where even this past year where he's been up in game Super Bowl in 2019, it's something about his clock management or his play call management where he just doesn't call the right things. And also you just got to understand, Jimmy G is not going to go there and take over a game. You've got to run the ball for him to be comfortable, and you've got a backfield to do it. I mean, shoot, you're putting Trent Williams back there sometimes. You've got guys, you're one of the few teams that use a fullback in this league. Run the ball. Run the ball to the left, run left every single time, and just try to eat clock. I get you have Aaron Donald and Von Miller and a solid defense on the other side, but you're up 10 points in the game. You have opportunities. It does suck for them, but at the same time, I'm not super surprised just because it's Jimmy G in big moments too. I'm just not sold on Jimmy G. I might be one of those people who, I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I just, when I look at Jimmy G, I just see an Alex Smith, a Kirk Cousins, a quarterback that is good.
Oh, I don't even see Alex Smith. I don't even see Kirk Cousins, to be honest.
Well, there you go.
At one point.
I mean, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's just, I don't see anybody that's just I get he's been to the Super Bowl, but I'm looking at it, I'm like, this defense is good. This defense is very good. And then you also have solid weapons. I mean, they pretty much ran through the playoffs through Debo. I mean, Debo was the reason that they were in a lot of these situations, and I just don't see Jimmy G stepping up and making it happen. So sucks for them. Jimmy G will obviously be gone after this year, so we'll see if Kyle Shanahan can get anything done with Trey Lance at the under center.
Well, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but Jimmy G has another year on his contract with the Niners, correct?
He already said his goodbyes, though. I'm pretty sure
I think it's a done deal. Because
you can't tell me that he's going to stick around. You can't tell me they're going to stick around.
No, I mean, because what do you do? What, you're going to start him next year and have Trey Lance sit another year?
No.
I mean, there were moments I thought Trey Lance looked pretty good. I mean, I think he did win him one or two games, and we're talking about a receiving core that is extremely limited. Like Brandon Ayuk was really lackluster. I mean, Debo is just a bell cow. Put him whatever. That what a crazy offensive weapon. And like, I don't know. It seemed like Kittle kind of had a down year. I know he probably dealt with injuries, but
he did.
He really just focused on his blocking this year, and that's important because that's a huge part of the tight end position. But it's just Jimmy G needed weapons.
He did, but that's another thing you just said too. Like, okay, so imagine this: you have your fullback, Kyle Juszczyk, however you say it.
Yep.
You got Trent Williams at left, and then let's say you add George Kittle on the left side of him. I mean, that right there are three guys that I feel like I could get 10 yards running behind those fools. Like, run the ball, dude.
Run the damn
ball. Don't get cute and fancy and try to, throw a couple dimes, trying to like, send the knockout punch. Just win the game. Just win.
I mean,
don't give them opportunities. Don't every time you throw and you throw an incomplete, it stops the clock. You run that clock down. I mean, I'm pretty sure. I know I'm going on a tangent here, but Mike Shanahan. They said Kyle Shanahan could have realistically won the Super Bowl back in 2016 if he had kneeled every time they got a possession, kneel the ball, take 2.5-3 minutes off the clock, and then punt it back and force them to try. It's like every time you throw it, it's another opportunity for these guys, especially when you have a lead. So it's just situational.
You're not trying to move the chains.
Yeah. And I get you don't want to get too conservative and only run, but I just felt like the play calling in certain spots were just not smart.
There was just running. There was no running. Like, I think the last two possessions they had, they didn't run the ball once. Like, and it's like, why are you doing this? Especially that last play. It's like, oh, Jimmy G's getting killed back there. It's like, he wouldn't have gotten killed back there if you ran the damn ball and took some time off the clock. Because I think they got the ball with like, I don't know, there's like 5 minutes, 6 minutes left when like LA burned their last time out. And it was just like, oh, they're up. They just literally need to burn clock and like move the chains once or twice. And it's like, if you're picking up 2 or even maybe 3 yards to carry, like, then so be it. And then like maybe you have to squeak a third down, or if so, you're still taking time off. You're forcing Matt Stafford to throw the ball. Your defense was playing well all game. It just seemed kind of like a coaching mistake to me. Like, it seemed like he just overthought it. And I'm like, why is Jimmy G still and like Jimmy G's not checking out of run calls, right? Like, there's no way.
I don't think he has the authority to do so. I mean, there aren't many quarterbacks that can like change their play call at the line of scrimmage, and you're not like Peyton or Tom saying like, I'm calling what I want to call.
Yep.
So it's just like, yeah,
dude,
I don't know.
Frustrating to watch. I will say, this was a team that I severely underrated. I think I said they were dead to rights, and like here they were. They made it all the way to the NFC Championship game in the toughest division in football, it seems. But I did post this on the Instagram, and I'm going to reiterate it for the folks who didn't see it. But I think the Rams honestly like won this division the first time they played Seattle. And Russell Wilson like hit his hand on Aaron Donald's helmet and like, messed up his hand. Because I think that Seahawks team, not a good team, but still good enough to sneak a win against one of these NFC teams, one of these like divisional opponents. Like, Niners may not even have made the playoffs because they barely squeaked in by beating Rams last week of the season. So that could totally have thrown off the entire NFC seeding. So it's kind of crazy to think, like, what if Russ didn't get injured? He literally just needed to sneak one. So that's my theory. So, but this goes to show with this 49ers team that just like what good coaching can do.
I agree.
I think this team is really just like a weapon away.
Yeah,
either a weapon at the wide receiver.
They need a weapon at wide receiver for sure. And yeah, I'm curious to see what Trey Lance does, man. I mean, it's hard to grade some of these quarterbacks, but we didn't see much of him. But I mean, we'll see if under Kyle he can make something. I mean, definitely Kyle does like a mobile quarterback like that. That's for dang sure. He likes a quarterback that can use his legs. So
I like Trey Lance. I think you're setting it up for long-term success. It's like, yeah, he sat. When he had to. I mean, he only started him when Jimmy G was injured. But the thing with Jimmy is, and with all these like swirling free agent moves or like trades for him, or what team is he going to go to? Jimmy's been in the league for what, 10 years now?
Jimmy?
Yeah.
I don't know.
roughly,
It's a good
or he's
question.
coming up on it. Like he's been in the league for a while, you know.
How old's Jimmy? 29, 30?
Yeah. So almost 10 years, because like let's say like 4 or 5 years with the Pats, and then now what, like 4 years in Niners.
Something like that. 3 years maybe.
Yeah. I
This is
mean,
third year,
we
right?
have it. Yeah, I don't know. We have him figured out, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Like I don't. There's nothing more to figure out about him. I think he's probably a really good backup at this point. But it's like if your goal is to win a Super Bowl, then I don't know. Like, and maybe there is a team like Pittsburgh who has a good enough defense who can like just be like, look, we're just going to pound the rock. We just need you to make like 20 throws a game, and that's it. You know, and we'll see where the chips lie. But
Yeah, but
that
San
seems
Fran
really
has a good
tough.
defense. San Fran has a good defense, and they had a really good defense the year they went to the Super Bowl too. That's why
Yeah,
you're
they
just kind
did.
of like,
I think that
you're
defense
just
was
like,
better then.
I think it might have been. So
Because I can't name anyone on that secondary. Like San Fran's front seven is very, very nice, but the
it
secondary
is
is kind
really
of like a
good.
question mark to me. But
Yeah.
you know, we're just gonna have to wait and see what happens. But that's enough recap. Recap of the games. I want to talk quickly about our experience at the new Washington Commanders celebration. Our boys over at the supply room, you know, went ahead and hooked us up. What was it? Thursday last week. Went out the old FedEx Field and celebrated for the new team name. It was great. We got the VIP. We got all this swag, hats, stickers, flags, some scarves. You know, got to see all the players. All the alumni was out there. Someone really cool that I actually took a picture with was Alfred Morris. That was actually really cool. You know, got a little joke in with him. I was like, "Hey, you still one rep max and 600 pounds?" And he was just like, nope, no need anymore, no need. But he had some big hands because like I had a few inches on him, you know, height wise. I was like, dang, this guy's hands are big, man. I was like, you know, because he actually shook my hand, so it was kind of
No,
wild.
he's like 5'9". He's
Yeah,
like 5'9".
he wasn't that
I've
big.
stood next to him multiple. I've stood next to him multiple times and been like, I'm an inch or two taller than you, bro. Like, I mean, it's just like I felt weird. Like I've got pictures with him of me and him, and like literally like I'm an inch taller. I'm like this dude's an NFL running back. It's like this
Yeah,
is kind of weird. Granted, he has like 50 pounds on me, but still.
big dude. He was built, but it was nice. It was a great experience. Food was great. Drink was great. You know, it was funny. They gave us like drink tickets, like two each, but the bartenders weren't taking them, so we were just pounding back some
Let's go.
refreshments. Yeah, dude, it was a good time. And then we went out after, and that was fun. But got a bunch of swag, you know. Some of the boys they took pictures with the good old Santana Moss. That was cool. You know that boy. What was it? Swaggy P, man. That
Swaggy, Chris
dude. That
Baker.
that dude loves that team.
Yeah, dude, that's where he really like made a name for himself. I mean, he had bounced around. He was an undrafted guy.
Yep.
He had been on a lot of practice squads. And when he came here, he actually like made himself a name, and he had his little swaggy dance, and fans freaking loved him. I myself
Yeah.
really enjoyed having him on the squad. I mean, wasn't like one of the top tier,
Mm-hmm.
but was just a consistent good player for us. Like very consistent good player, and yeah, he's still very love when I see like Fletcher and some of these other guys that I saw out there. Like these were like really good guys for our organization and like guys I actually really liked. I guess there aren't too many guys that I feel like that would be that teams. I think
Well, I was surprised. I think
the
like
front
Pierre
office
Garcon was
knows.
there. Like, you know, it's like there were some bigger names. Like, because remember when Swaggy P
Yeah,
was out
yeah.
there for when
That's what
he
I
hooked
say.
me up for the Seattle game, and I was like, oh, like, you know, I was like, that was a pretty big name to me at least.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, and the front office, they don't do a great job on everything, obviously, but they do a good job at like bringing the right people to these kind of events to kind of get fans excited. And like you really had to make this an exciting event
Yeah.
for fans because it's weird. It's still kind of weird to me, but when you see alumni and players get behind it, yes, they're getting paychecks and everything, but it
Oh
does
yeah.
make it easier for fans to be like, you know what? Yeah, I can do this. Like this is going to be fun. This is going to be good. So,
I think it's
but I'm
all
glad you
gonna.
guys had a good time. I'm mad I couldn't
Yeah.
go. Just, it's a truck for me to get all the way to DC, and
That's why
it
you just
was
gotta move up
wet
here,
and
man.
rainy, and yeah, I don't know about that, my guy, but maybe they can
You
bring the
never
stadium
know.
closer to me. next time they build.
There's a thought. Moving to Northern Virginia, brother.
Dude, I'll take it.
Save an hour off that old clock. But yeah, man. One last thing about that is insider scoop. We saw the rally captain, who everyone's been seeing on social media with the chant, "We are Commanders." Bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 bum. And he gave us the inside scoop on how he came up with that chant. And it's actually going to be more shocking than you think. Do you know this story, Holden? Have you heard this?
I don't even want to.
So actually, apparently it was like totally by accident, and the media had a huge part of it, that those damn media members, those damn news people, just sticking their noses where they don't belong. What had happened was he was in line, right early in the morning. He's just on his phone, like watching a video.
Is this a true story?
This is a true story. This is a true story.
So
he told us.
So you did see this guy. You did see this guy.
Yeah. He was He was in the VIP. He was there.
Okay.
The same thing. He was in the video. But
okay.
So anyway, he said he's in line. He's watching the video, and that State Farm ad comes on, and like he just says it under his breath, like we are farmers, or like we are like Commanders, and like someone next to him went bum, but like. And a reporter apparently came up. It was like, wait, can you do that again? Can all y'all just do that? And like with him. So completely. And he was like, yeah, and he was like, I was like getting a lot of attention, I didn't even intend it for that, So he was provoked. He was provoked to do it. It was a natural thing. He didn't mean it as like a serious thing. And then that's what happened. Damn news, man. It'll get you.
I would have just been like, no, I'm not going to do this on the news, but that's just me.
Yeah, that's just, but just in case for the folks at home who are wondering, I thought that was really interesting.
It is interesting. Wow. And it does make sense now that you say, because it is kind of like it's almost like the video started right when the news people started filming kind of thing. And he just, makes more sense.
Yeah, he was not proud about it at all. He's like, yeah, I'm getting a lot of hate on Twitter and stuff. Like,
dude, I feel bad. I mean, Barstool took it over. Everybody's just roasting. And it's like, I know that wasn't his intention by far. And I've had a few encounters with that rally captain as well.
Mm-hmm.
He's obviously a diehard. He goes to pretty much like every game, home or away.
You think he's got a jacket?
I don't know. He might. I could see them getting him one. Maybe. Yeah.
But last thing, I was just surprised at the end they had all the alumni players come up and like take a big picture and go like, let's go Commanders. I was just, but it was just funny. I was just like, damn, they paid all these guys to come out here and just be like, we love this franchise. They used to employ us and now they don't anymore. It's just funny how it all works. It's a funny industry. But enough about that. Are you ready to get into this Super Bowl?
Let's do it, bro. Let's dissect this.
Obviously, Rams are the away team, but are technically the home team,
Right.
Funny oxymoron. Apparently, they switch off between who's technically the home and the away team. So last year was the NFC, even though they played in Tampa. And this year, AFC is supposed to be technically the home team, even though they're playing in the Rams Stadium. Rams are favored -4. Do you have a clear victor here? I'm a little torn, but I think I know who I want here.
I'm super torn. I've been back and forth so many times now.
Yeah.
Like maybe at least 3 times I've been like, okay, it's this. But I'm sticking with my gut. I'm sticking with my guns. Mm-hmm. I know who the clear favorite is, and I know who the clear favorite is going to be.
Yeah? Who is it?
I think the Rams are going to win this game.
Oh.
I think the Rams are in a spot right now where Sean McVay, and I've got a little love for Sean McVay, obviously. I mean, comes from that beautiful tree. And I just think he's been here before. He was here not too long ago with a different quarterback, and very similar guys on defense, and only a more high-powered offense. And I'm just like sitting here, and I'm like, if they don't win it, it's just like I just can't see a scenario in my head where they do. I mean, granted, anything could happen. Special teams, mishap, a field goal mishap, what a kickoff return. Anything like that could alter the game, but I'm like, from just a football perspective, I'm like, this defense is going to be too much for Joey B to handle. He may have been able to like sneak his way by throughout the playoffs, but then it's like, okay, this is one of the best defenses in the league, if not the best. I think it's just going to be a little too much. I still think it could be a close game. Very much. I still think it could be a, one-score game, but I think the Rams get this one done, bro.
That'd be crazy to see. It'd be crazy to see Aaron Donald finally get that ring that's been after for so long. Just a player who, in my mind, outside of the championships, just so many defensive MVPs, defensive stats, all pros and everything. Like, to me, in my mind, Aaron Donald is already solidified future Hall of Famer. Like, just absolutely insane. If you're bored, go look up him on Hard Knocks playing ping pong and I think the UC Irvine rec room. And this dude is just a ball of muscle. Like, you're like, oh, he's 260 pounds, 6'2". He's got to be kind of fat. No, it's literally he's shredded. If he was in the at UFC, he would win every fight. I'm almost convinced. It is just that insane to me.
The dude has a 12-pack, bro.
Yeah, it's nuts. And I think it's his dad used to wake him up every morning, to lift weights before school in his basement. Just nuts, just crazy stuff. But so here's my pick, and I'm going to have you pick it for me. All right. So I saw a crazy stat on Twitter. Hopefully it's true. You never know. But I think it was 12 of the last 15 Super Bowl teams were white.
I've seen that stat.
Can you tell me what team is wearing white Sunday?
Yeah, it's the Rams.
I'm going to go with the Rams. I know that's a weird stat. It has nothing to do with it, but I think that's just too much data to ignore. And I saw another thing where there was a Simpsons screen cap of the Bengals winning. And it was well, the Simpsons predicted everything. They predicted Donald Trump being president. They predicted this other thing. They predict everything, But I'm with you. I think this Rams defense is just too good. I think especially the Cincinnati offensive line just stinks, and I don't want to say they got lucky against the Chiefs, but I think it had a little bit to do with it, So I think the Rams kind of had the harder route because I think the NFC was a little tougher to get through, or at least defensively. And, I think this game just comes down to Matt Stafford, honestly. If Matt Stafford cannot throw picks, I think they win this game. Joey B's got a cannon. They got a lot of offensive weapons on that Cincinnati offense, but I think they bottle up the run game well. I think they get after him with Von Miller, Aaron Donald and company. I think Jalen Ramsey, this is where you find out if he's worth all that damn money, to shut down Jamar Chase, offensive rookie of the year.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it's just LA playing. I know LA is not a football town, but they're still playing in their home stadium.
I agree with that too. I think there's just going to be a lot of hype around there, whether or not it's bandwagon fans or not, which most of them probably are. It's just there's going to be a lot of excitement, a lot of hype, it being in SoFi. And I think Stafford is just going to sit here and people say Joey B has ice in his veins. And I get Stafford, he turns the ball over a little too much, but I also think Stafford's just a baller in general. Yeah. And it's just
he's still got an arm.
I think he understands dude, this might be his only shot. Really. Yeah. I mean, they went all in for it this year. We don't know what this team's going to look like next year. This is still a really tough division.
Yeah.
I mean, this is the shot. This is everything's lined up. You went out and got Odell. We already said it's this is it. This is their route. I feel like the Bengals, I won't say got lucky, but at the same time, it's just that first game. I mean, the wild card weekend, Tannehill they got possession with a minute left. I was there's no way they don't march down this field and you don't, and Titans are moving on. There's no way. Was it wild card or divisional? I can't remember. Was that division? That was divisional round.
Yep.
It's just then Tannehill throws into triple coverage and they get an interception and set themselves up. And it's just nobody could believe it. And so there's so many factors that came into them getting to this spot. And I'm just I just don't see it. I just can't see a scenario in my head where the Bengals win this game.
That almost makes me want to
part of myself. Me makes me want to me too. I thought the same thing. I was but then again, maybe that's why I do pick the Bengals. Cause it's just the Bengals are just this team of destiny, if you will. Nobody saw them coming. I think they were plus 8,000 or something to make it to the AFC Championship game, and they somehow made it. And you're just there's no way they're going to win the Super Bowl. Rams were already not favorites, but they were one of the favored teams to make it to this spot because of everything that they went out and did.
Yeah.
So it seems like the easy pick to go with the Rams. I just feel like I also just think that Sean McVay is the better coach. I don't think we've seen enough from Zach Taylor.
No.
And I think being in this spot, I think experience helps in this spot. I think he's going to take what he learned from his last Super Bowl loss, which I'm sure stung like hell, and use it in this one, because he's a guy that he's super smart. He really is. Like, he's a smart coach. You ever listen to an interview about him? He can memorize every play that's ever happened.
Yep.
On the field. Like, it's insane. So
very, very smart man, for sure.
Rams, Super Bowl. There you go.
Book it. You think there's any chance over hits? It's at 48.5.
Yeah, definitely. I could see this being like a 34 to 30. That actually sounds really high now that I say that.
Yeah, right.
I'm like, that's actually a lot. But then again, I'm thinking about I would lean under, actually, now that I say it out loud. I'd lean like 27-24, something like that. Yeah, 27-21, something like that, maybe.
I don't know, 27-14. I don't know, just something. So
yeah, now that I say it out loud, I'm like,
yeah, it's a lot of points, and like neither overs hit last week in the championship round. So
right, yeah,
makes you think. But all right, so we're both going Rams. That's crazy. Are you making any crazy Super Bowl bets? Gatorade, the national anthem time, halftime.
I mean,
time.
I think the one that I did last year, and this was when like sports gambling became officially legal about this time last year. The one that I really did like was, will there be a touchback on the opening kickoff? Yes or no? Typically there is a return most of the time, because that ball that they use is not broken in. It's the ball that's going to be used in Canton, so it's fresh out the box.
Every game.
Or it's hard. And so it's typically like, it's hard to get a lot of oomph on the ball. And so typically there's a return. And also guys, like a return guy is juiced up and wants to try and like spark the Super Bowl, like Devin Hester. So I think that would be I think that's the only thing that I would do. Other than that, like Gatorade and all that stuff, I mean, I don't know. It's coin flips, bro. I got better chance at lottery tickets at that point. I'm going to stay away from that. I will have some Super Bowl bets coming. You believe that? But they're going to be mostly I think we get a free $50 bet from FanDuel. I don't know if you've tapped into that yet.
Yep, I will when I get over to Virginia, tap into
free $50, three leg or more, at least plus 400. I mean, I'm going to ride that. I'm going to go kind of heavy on that and see if I can't whip something up.
Oh, heck yeah, brother. I mean, that's one thing for anyone who is inexperienced gambler, new to gambling, or first time. I know a lot of people last year for the Super Bowl were really big because it got legalized in Virginia and I think a few other states. And so there were so many promos. There are so many promos. I think this is like the biggest gambling event of the entire year. Should be a national holiday. That's just me. It's like a second Thanksgiving in a way. But yeah, man, like, so just take advantage of all the promos you can, all the free bets, and just be smart, play responsibly. And get yourself some free cash and get out, even if you don't gamble for the rest of the year. If this is your one day and FanDuel's going to give you $50 and you're going to bet an alternate spread on passing yards, I bet Matt Stafford passes for 200, I bet Jamar Chase to score a touchdown or Joey B to throw for 2, just something that's it doesn't have to be anything crazy.
I think Joey B over 1.5 touchdowns is DraftKings boosted. That's a boost on DraftKings. DraftKings only, I believe. So
big DraftKings guy for sure. So I'm big on that. This is crazy. I'm excited. We'll hopefully post a good amount on the old IG or Twitter. Especially for our audio listeners, we're going to get Holden to show us off his exclusive Commanders jacket, only for real fans only. Hail to the Commanders.
That's correct.
Dang,
bum.
This is crazy. Can't believe we're finally here. Excited for the big game. Let's just hope it's a good game. I hope it's not a snoozer like Pats Rams 2 years ago.
That was in 2018. That was the year that McVay lost it. But 13-3. Is that the one you were saying?
Yeah, where it was like 17-3 something. It was just not very entertaining.
The one play was like Gronk had like a 40-yard catch, and that was like the biggest play of the game.
Yeah.
Weren't many touchdowns. There was only one touchdown in that game. Mm-hmm. That's the biggest thing that you just said about the Super Bowl. Like, I hope it's just a good game. Like, as a football fan, when you get to this level and you really don't have any team that you want to win or lose, like, I don't really care who wins or loses. Like, I won't be mad if the Bengals win this game.
Nah.
I don't know any fans really of either team that are like, you know, that I don't like. Like, you know, we know a Rams fan in our fantasy football group who I'd be happy for him. I'd be happy for him if they won. So it's like, you have that factor. It's like, I don't have anybody that I don't like, and I don't have any ill will toward the team. No. So it's like, whoever wins. And I just hope it's a good game and down to the wire. So it's just fun for me as a football fan to just be like, mind blow. Like, I want to see good football.
Yep. 100%. So I got two last questions, and then we're kind of stringing it out a little. If you're Jared Goff, are you rooting for your old team, or are you rooting for them to lose?
That's a really good question, actually. Like, I feel like if I was Jared Goff and they moved on from me, I feel like I'd want them to lose, right? I mean, like, you've got all these guys that you went to battle with, but at the same time, you're like, everybody's going to say it was my fault if, you know, if they get this done.
Was the problem.
Yeah, like, Jared Goff was the issue kind of thing. And it's just like, I get that there are definitely different pieces on the team now, but if I was in that position, I'd probably want my former team to lose, especially if they traded me and I vocally wanted to be there and didn't want to leave and stuff. But
yeah, dude, I'm kind of with you there. I mean, like, in the public, you might be like, oh, I'm so happy for, you know, Robert Woods and Cooper Kupp and blah, blah, blah. But then behind closed doors, you're like, man, screw those guys. Like, screw that organization. Like, you know, that should be me playing in that game. And oh shoot, what was the last one I was going to ask you? I forgot what it was.
You were going to say, Holden, when are you sending me my partially biased?
Yes, when you're showing me my hat, dude. I need it, dude.
Dude, I think it's in my car, actually. I think it's right back here. Let me see. Yeah, I think I got it right here.
Oh, dude, mail it. I need it now.
Dude, I know. I gotta mail you it.
Come on, dude.
How about this?
Yeah.
Well, I was wondering, I was like, it's kind of an incentive for you to come back and bring me all my new Commanders gear.
So it's a trade? Are you
holding my
hat hostage?
Correct. Yes. I want all my new Commanders gear, bro.
Bro, I don't even know if I have it. I think Ryan has it.
Oh, Ryan has it all?
Yeah, I think so.
All right, he better. Okay. All right.
Either that or I'll give you the stuff that I don't want. Yeah, I got a bag, but maybe I want some of it.
What are you going to do with it?
I don't know. I'll keep the sticker because I like stickers. Dude, actually the knit beanie was pretty nice. I'll give you like the skull cap because it's kind of small. It's kind of more like a kid's hat anyway. And the scarf is kind of all right anyway. But whatever, dude. Anyway, the last question I remembered, are these Super Bowl commercials you're looking forward to? Huh? Little Budweiser ad, little Taco Bell ad, huh? Doritos?
I honestly am not a big Super Bowl commercials guy anymore. I used to be. Yeah, it just turns into just like, I'm such an avid football watcher, and when I got to take a pee and I got to go chug a beer, I get up during commercials. I don't sit and watch the whole thing. Even halftime, not even a huge halftime guy either. Like, that's my time to really get some heavy drinking in and stuff. Like, that's when I go hit the bar, and I'm like, what can I drink? Like, what can I do? And like, you know, maybe I even go shoot some hoops, work off a little bit of the food that I just ate, and then run back in. So I'm just strictly football. There are a lot of people that are in it for the commercials and that. I used to be, not anymore. It's football only. I don't really care about the halftime show. I don't really care about the commercials. Give me football.
I'm all about the football. I'll watch the commercials. It definitely depends on the quality of the football. Like the game that we just mentioned that wasn't too good a few years ago. Like, yeah, the commercials probably matter a little more. But that being said, for the halftime show, I don't really care. I'm kind of with you. Like, I'll have it in the background. It's not like must watch. If I need to go use the restroom or grab another plate of food, grab another beverage, you know, then I'll go do that, you know. But yeah, man, I'm excited. It's one of my favorite times of year. If I'm ever in office, you know, that's like day one thing, day after the Super Bowl, national holiday for everyone. I do not care. It just has to be. But I'm excited. It's gonna be great.
That is one thing. I was gonna say that is one thing that the Bengals did right, and the Cincinnati schools like shut down. Like, because if it was me as a fan, I'm taking off that day no matter what. I think it should be a national holiday. I think so many people in America like love and watch the Super Bowl, regardless if you're a fan or not. It should just be like hey, we're taking this day off to just, we know everybody's up late drinking with friends and family.
Yeah.
You know, partying or crying or either way, if you're a diehard fan of either squad, like you need a day.
Dude.
You just need a day.
Dude, the same thing how like New Year's Day is, you know, like a holiday, like because everyone's up late, you know, watching the ball drop or whatever. Like, it's just dumb. Like, just do it. We can celebrate America too. Tell you like whatever. Like, seeing the football for a while, like, that's very sad, and I'm not ready for that. But hey, go out there, place your bets. Hope you win them all. We'll get ours posted. You should tail. We've been doing pretty good this postseason. My name's Sean, and I'm partial to those Buffalo Bills.
My name's Holden. I'm partial to the Washington Commanders.
All right, love you guys.
Take command. Season 2 coming. Season 2 coming soon.
Season 2 coming soon. Bills by a billion.